to Bachelor Buzz, the best place to come for recaps on your favorite reality TV dating show and the latest in Bachelor Nation news. We're your hosts, Arena
and Julia, and we're so excited for you guys to join us. Today is a very special episode for so many reasons. Number one, obviously, we're going to talk about the Jen premiere.
Hello.
Bachelorette season 21. Yes. And then the second reason, we're together.
We're together, guys. Hello. Look at us. This is not two screens.
I know. As you know, we're East Coast, West Coast mom duo.
Yes.
But today, we're all together on the East Coast. So just FYI, we were able to watch it really live Eastern time last night, which was exciting. And we had our watch party. We had rosé champagne. I cut strawberries into roses. So if you want to see a picture, it's on our Instagram. And it was really fun. We had chocolate, we had popcorn, like just literally
strawberry shortcake.
Oh yes, that was so good. So we tried to make it as like rosy and romantic as we could. And now here we are dressed in pink. We didn't even plan this, guys.
Just happened, guys.
And we are sipping on rosé.
Yes,
so
of course. So there's our buzz.
And yes, so we are here to talk about our new season. So, if you are a new follower, we basically recap every episode of The Bachelor, whatever season it is. And this season started last night with Jenn-tleman.
Yes. Yay. So, guys, as you know, the season premiere was 2 hours long, as it normally is. It started out with that bio, which I believe was like a really great idea to learn a little bit more about Jen for us. So we saw her playing basketball, playing tennis. She is athletic. She did play basketball in high school. We saw a little bit of who I'm assuming are her instructors for being a physician's assistant. Before she headed off on her journey. And then, of course, she talked a little bit about Joey and her experience from last season.
They had some flashbacks.
Yeah,
and
it was a lot of Joey. I felt like it was a lot.
She said he's the best guy she's ever dated. And we looked at each other, we're like, he's the best guy a lot of them have dated.
Yes, let's be real. Joey Grosday, you're the best a lot of women have dated.
We stand. Kelsey's a lucky girl.
Yes.
But, Jen really, her personality shone so much during his season. And I do feel like I'm just hoping we can see her be that way with someone new. So
I think we will. I think she's got, we were talking about this too, she's got great presence on camera. She's confident. She's not scared to talk to cameras and talk to media personalities and just be in front of everything. And so I think it's going to be really great to see her on this journey. She feels like, she seems like she's done a lot of work, with therapy, because she believes in therapy, and she's really looking for someone that deserves her. So I'm excited to see, we saw all these limo entrances, 25 men. Oh, and let's not forget, it was a different mansion, guys.
Yes, right? And we spoke on this, I think, in our Jen profile episode, but, what happened to the mansion? Arena knows. Let's hear it.
So there was a scheduling issue. That's all it is, guys. It's coming back.
So they didn't book it in time, which you would think they would have that on a running schedule.
Let's just do
every July, every February. It's it's weird.
Yeah,
whatever. I don't know. They dropped the ball. It's the Golden Bachelorette mixed things up. They're adding a whole new franchise. So that probably is what it is.
And I'm pretty sure that the regular mansion, Bachelor Mansion, will be there during the Golden Bachelorette and Golden Bachelor later this year. Golden Bachelorette is filming right now, so they're using the mansion, and the recording or filming for Jen's season did start in March or early April, right after the season finale of Joey's season.
Right.
So they were filming through May. Obviously, they did the final overnights and the last episodes at the resort that they were in, which was in Hawaii, by the way. I don't know what island, guys, but it was Hawaii. Another a throwback or nod to Joey.
Yes.
So, but we are in a different ranch or mansion, which is in a ranch, which is in the Simi Valley area of Los Angeles, which is more like Ventura County, but it's a little further out, but it's a beautiful place.
It was gorgeous. It has the same vibe as the original mansion.
It does.
It was different, but I loved it. It looked so pretty. I almost liked it. Well, I'll say as much as the mansion. Yeah. But so that is one new thing. And I will say that so let's talk about the opening. It shows Jen basically saying, I'm not sure I can let you propose to me right? And then it cuts to like her putting the rose back. And then it cuts to her walking and talking to Jesse, and he's like, "Are you sure you can do this?" And it was just like, and then of course we're always looking at how does the Bachelorette open? How does the Bachelor? You know, we were looking at it. Is it positive or is it ominous today? Yes. Ominous. It was black. It was like the Bachelorette. Yes. I really love these cold opens that they've started doing. Yes. It's just so much more like a hook to bring you in. It used to be like, this is our Bachelor, blah, blah, blah. And like they do that. But that cold open before the profile was heavy. So they just got to bring you in. Yes. And that they did. So now I'm thinking, like, does she end up alone?
We don't know.
That one rose, she put it back down. Yeah. But again, they made it seem like that with Joey. Mm-hmm. They just love to mess with our heads.
Yes. Trickery. Yeah. But yeah, I do love the cold opens. I think that it adds a sense of theater to it, makes it more interesting, makes it feel like a better show than before. And I really do like that. So it sounds like this is what we're doing from now on. Mm-hmm. And as we all know, there are new showrunners that started with like charity season, I believe. And they probably have a whole crew of people that they've brought in. So they're making the show a little different in terms of production value. And I really, really like that. And to see that. And it does make it a little more interesting, the ominous. But you know what? Like you were saying, does she end up with someone or not? I don't know. But it seems like either way, she seems happy with her decision. She does seem happy. In these interviews, she seems
all the interviews, like, she's always like, yeah, it was good for me. Like, this is where I'm supposed to be in life. And it's like, okay. So she's can't argue that.
Either way, we've heard this in interviews, her saying those exact things, like that it was right for what was meant to be for her. Mm-hmm. And so, you know what, Jen? We're here. We love it. We're rooting for you. Whatever happens, like you said, it's what's meant to be for you right now. And that's what matters. Everything works out. Yes. Don't just get with someone to be with someone. Right. And that's for everyone out there. Yeah.
Literally. Yeah. But, okay, yeah. So that was like kind of the beginning. Yes. And then, of course, we're going to go into the intros. Mm-hmm. Now, obviously, there's 25 guys. Oh, my gosh. Some of them had really in-depth intros that were funny, whatever. Some of them literally just see them walk across. Mm-hmm. And, Armanda and I did have our list of guys that we were, like, looking forward to seeing how they did. Maybe we thought they would vibe well. Yeah. Well, my list, 2 of them immediately, like, barely anything. And we actually posted like how to spot a one night or our first
one night only
cut. Yeah. I didn't want to word that wrong. Like the first night's cut. And like who was it? Dakota. I thought he was gonna go a little further.
Me too.
I thought that like from his bio, I was like, oh, it seems like she would get along with him. Yeah. And like, man, they showed him walking, and then later, like nothing at the cocktail hour.
That was the first indication.
Those are the 2 things we're going to look at.
Yeah. And what was the other thing? It was a quick intro, doesn't talk to the lead, and no bio.
Yeah, no bio.
Although, guys, the bio one is a tricky one. Because if you remember, in Joey's season, Rachel Nance, who was top 3, we didn't see her bio at the beginning of that show. So, I don't know. But then we look at charity season, and we saw all 4 of her men's bios in the beginning. Mm. So I don't know, guys. I don't know.
We need to see if Bachelor Data has done anything.
That would be really great, Bachelor Data.
Hashtag at Bachelor Data. Yes. But yeah, so we'll dig into that more, and if we have answers, we'll share that. But anyways, what were some of your favorite openings? We're not going to go through all of them.
Let's see. I'm going to say the ones who stuck out to me, but they stuck out to me not just because of what they did, but because of who they are and how they connected with her, honestly. I really liked, there were some that just like, okay, here's one that stuck out to me, but he didn't last, guys. And he was the guy, Brendan, who ate the peppers. He kept eating the peppers. He didn't offer her a pepper.
Immediately, and then another one. They were probably like, there's another one in there. He's like, all right. No, you're supposed to give that to Jen. And he could have made that so cute. He could have been like, let's get your heart racing. I brought you a pepper. Or like, oh, I only eat hot things. Mm-hmm. Wink.
Yeah, right? Seriously. But he said some other line that just wasn't it. That kind of reminded me of some guys I've heard.
I like to get my heart racing.
Yeah, I was just like, or you get my heart racing or something like.
Yeah. And she even said after he walked away, she's like, he didn't even give me a pepper. That's selfish.
Yeah. So that was that.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. And then Hakeem with the balloons. Hakeem, you're so sweet. I don't see it happening. I see you with someone else, Hakeem. However, you were so nice. And you are still there, so fun to see you. Can we talk about Jeremy with the Corvette?
The Corvette.
And the issues with Brian.
So, well, first, Jeremy, like, please don't talk about your...
Please.
Penis.
We don't want to hear it.
We don't want to talk about that.
No.
They had to bleep it.
Yeah.
He was like, I know it looks like I'm overcompensating, but don't worry, I have a big... You know what? And she was like, what? Did you just say that?
She said,
oh my God. And then another guy, I don't remember who it was, but I think he didn't make it past this. I don't know. Who was it? The one who was like, oh, something about naked? I don't know. I can't remember exactly what he said, but he said something, he alluded to naked. And I'm just like, these guys are getting bold. Can we keep it classy? No one wants to think about people being naked, like, outright. No one wants to talk about that, okay? You need to show that you're classy, a mature man. She wants a man. She doesn't want some, like, horny teenager. And especially, I don't think she wants a guy who's overcompensating. Because I'm sorry... The car makes it seem like that, and then you say it. Sorry, bro, I don't believe you.
Don't say it.
I don't.
Because if you have to say it, it's not true.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
We don't believe you.
Just don't, dude. And it's not about, like, I don't know what's going on, but, like, just don't say it. For future reference. Because I don't think he ends up with her, so I'm just going to say it.
Yeah.
Just don't say it.
Don't do it.
Just don't say it.
But yeah, later on he has an altercation with Brian,
the aesthetics consultant.
Yeah, which like I don't know. That was really awkward. It was not good, and it did not have BDE. No. So
Brian comes in. Apparently, took the keys of Jeremy. That is Jeremy's car. He had it shipped. He lives in New York City. He's a realtor, right? Or he lives in Connecticut. He mentioned Connecticut at some point. Why are you taking the dude's car keys? Why are we doing this? Dude.
So weird.
Come on. What are we doing? Just come over.
And then he comes over and he's like, I have your keys.
Yeah, but just be like, can I steal you for a second? That's all you needed to say, Brian.
But he's trying to steal his car for a second.
I'm sorry.
Literally, he was like,
Let's drive.
I'm going to drive her around.
Huh?
And like, you know, I was a little disappointed that Jen wasn't like, dude, don't take his keys. Like, I wish she had a little bit stood up for Jeremy. She was kind of like, But at the same time, I think she just wants to, like, see what happens and, like, let things play out.
How do they handle it?
Like, if they show their true colors, like, that's good for her to know. So I kind of don't blame her at the same time for not doing anything, but I probably would have been like, don't give him back his keys. Like, that's just not right. Cool. But whatever. Anyway, so Jeremy did exit the car at that point. And
Jeremy, though, he's like, all right.
They didn't drive around. Brian didn't drive. So that's good. That would have been just a slap in the face.
That was so messed up. I'm sorry. Like, that's his car. That's a nice car. Yeah. I'm kind of like, Jeremy, that was messed up what Brian did. They're both still there, by the way, guys. How long will they be there? I don't know because I don't really see it.
So, do we think one will be a villain?
Yes.
Who?
I do. So I think that first of all, I think there's going to be something between Jeremy and Brian for sure.
Yeah.
They
might get the 2-on-1. Mm-hmm. That's our first prediction.
And I think maybe, and this is no offense to Sam N. I like you, Sam N. You seem great, and I think you're going to be there for a while.
I do too.
I don't know if you're going to be painted as the villain. I'm not saying you're a villain, because let's be honest, a lot of the time, people are not actual villains. Like Brayden in Charity Season. He's not a villain, it's Brayden. But he was painted as the villain.
It's always the person who doesn't really understand what show they went on. Why is she dating so many of you? I can't handle it.
So you think that's what's going to happen?
It always happens.
That's true.
There could be a more villainy villain, like
which does happen.
Luke P.
Actual
from
people there.
Hannity's season, I think, where he was all about like, if you hook up with them, then I don't want to be with you. And she was like, okay, well,
this is the Bachelorette.
Yeah,
this is how the show works.
Welcome to the
polyamory. Okay, like this is what happens.
Polyamory.
Like this is the premise.
Yes.
But like I don't know, maybe prove me wrong. I hope not. I hope, honestly, in like a fairy tale world, no one would be the villain. But this is a show and this is entertainment, and ABC needs to sell this.
They need to bring the drama.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So we're gonna see drama. We're gonna see a villain. Villain.
Let's see what our viewers said, because we did ask our friends on Instagram, like, who do you think the villain will be? Now, I didn't know that Sam N was on your docket for that question, so I didn't put it on here. But I put Marcus, Thomas A. Oh, wait, no. I'm sorry. Wrong one. Jeremy, Brian, or Aaron, because I feel like we see previews of Aaron.
Aaron, do we all know who Aaron is, guys? Connection! Fraternal twin to Noah Erb, who was on Tayshia's season of The Bachelorette and is now engaged to Abigail from Matt James' season of The Bachelor. Yes. They met in Paradise. Beautiful couple. We love you guys. We're huge fans. We post about you guys, and you're always Noah, you're always communicative with us. So thanks, Noah.
Yeah, so when I asked who will be the villain, the number one answer so far is Brian, the one who took the keys and tried to steal the car.
I could see that.
One person said someone else, and then I wrote DM us, and they didn't. So. It's okay. I guess we'll never know.
Brian's a good one, though.
Now, Sam N, we're thinking about him maybe. But Brian, I just think that he has that kind of BDE.
Yeah.
Where, like, it could go the wrong way, though. Like, he's a little manic. Like, there were little moments where he was like, wow. And I was like, ooh, calm down. Yeah. But, like, again, that could just be editing.
Yeah.
But
that's the way they edit you.
So we'll see about that villain.
And we'll say also about Sam N, like you noticed in the previews or the trailer for the season, is that there's at one point that what she says Sam or something, but they show the other Sam, which means they're tricking us purposefully because there's two Sams.
There's two Sams.
Was she referring to the Sam N? Because I don't have anything against you, Sam, and I'm not saying you did anything in the first episode that made you a villain. Of course
so
not.
Hard.
But Brian's is really
only
good
said
choice.
Sam.
She said
that
Sam.
Means the other one might be gone by then.
We don't know which Sam.
We would have to use the last name.
Yeah. So I think Brian's also a really good option. So I'm putting Brian up there too. I'm putting like Brian, and I was a fan because of that. But like, I don't know, like Brian for sure, because he's already having issues. Yeah. He's already coming in hot, like yeah. So maybe I'm bringing Sam N down. Sorry, Sam. I'm bringing Brian up.
Yeah,
for me. Like
I agree. Yeah, I think that everyone thinks that too.
Yeah.
Okay, so what other intros did you like? I'll say, obviously, so again, we did a little poll. Thomas A. with the puppies. He came in with 3 little what are they, chocolate labs?
Yeah, I think so.
They were so cute. And she was just like, I don't even know your name. I'm just obsessed with the puppies. And he's like, it's okay.
Smart.
And
Thomas
honestly,
A.
where are the puppies? We didn't see them again later.
We never saw them again.
Whose puppies
PA
are they?
took them back to.
We need to see the puppies again. But yeah, so we're going to keep an eye out for the puppies. We'll keep you posted. And then somebody else, of course, said Hakeem with his balloons. He came in up style with a little, I don't even know what to call it, like 50 balloons attached to him.
The backpack.
It was really cute.
Yeah, nice guy.
And then who else was good? Marcus.
Marcus.
I thought he was really cute. He was the first one to come out.
Yes.
And it was just like a really nice talk they had.
Yeah. I think they connect.
He was like an Army Ranger. He got injured. And I feel like he might be my top 4.
He's a serious.
Top 4.
He's a guy who's looking for a serious relationship. He's looking for love. You can see that. You can tell that. And he seems like a genuine guy, and I think he will be around for a long time, for sure. Who was the guy who did the stool? I don't know if he's still there.
Oh, I don't remember him.
I think he's gone. But that was cute because it was like he's putting it on a pedestal.
That was cute. And he was so tall. He was a tall guy.
Yeah.
So there we go. The tall one.
That was really nice.
You all know who
that
we're
was
talking
really
about.
Nice. Yeah.
Another one that I posted about, it was a little cringe at first, but it turned out okay, was Grant, who was beatboxing. And he came out with a little, like the beatboxing solid, but the beginning of his rap, I guess, was I don't know. I was like, oh, you better pull this together. And he did. So good job, Grant. It takes balls to beatbox, balls to sing or rap or whatever. And he did well with it. It was really cute.
He's good looking too.
Yeah, he was cute.
She's really into him too. She thinks
we
he's
literally
really
we're like, ooh, is this gonna be good? And then like he finished, we're like, of course it was, because he has swag.
He does.
He's got that.
Did you see this man?
Yeah.
Did you see his bio? We also saw his bio, so I think he's gonna be around for a while. I don't think at the very end, and by very end, guys, I usually mean top 2. Just want to clarify that. But I like Grant. He's very attractive. She thinks he's super hot. He thinks she's attractive. They're obviously attracted to each other. Mm-hmm. He's a former basketball player, professional basketball player. He's smart. Like, he seems like a great guy. We'll see what happens.
Okay. Who else had a good entrance? So
I don't think Sam M had an amazing entrance, but she really likes Sam M.
Yeah, just good vibes. Thomas N. also not really anything to write home for the entrance. Same with Marcus, but it was just a good vibe, good conversation, good bio.
Yes.
They had a little bio package. Mm-hmm. Let's see, who else? We had the ginger guy. I don't remember his name, but I liked him.
Ginger shots, right?
Oh, wait. So Brian came in with literal giant syringes of shots of, like, vodka or something. That was good, Brian. That was cute because she's, like, in the medical field. Yes. Although, I was like, oh, no, Sam M came in with a shot, too. Didn't they take a shot?
Oh, did they?
So she has 2 shots, and then here comes Ginger guy. I'm sorry. That's probably bad that I'm calling him Ginger, but he called himself the Ginger guys. He said, I'm a ginger. Therefore, I'm bringing ginger shots, and I love that. I was like, thank you. Let's get this girl some, like, healthy thing to drink because she's already 2 shots deep, and who knows how much she's going to drink later. So that was cute. I thought it was really cute, although, like, she's not his type.
Yeah. Then he went home the first
He went home. Yeah, spoiler. But, but that was cute. What other ones did we like?
I don't know. I really just want to get into, like, can we talk about, like,
I'm sorry.
Wait, what?
We have to talk about Jonathan.
Oh my gosh, duh! Yes,
hospital gown.
I think he's gonna be around for a while too, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, the hospital gown, totally wrapped face
bandages, and a hospital gown. Yeah. But naked underneath. We know this because there was a giant rose cartoon emblem on his butt the whole time. Because ABC, guys, this is not for kids.
It's prime time, guys. It's ABC Network. Disney.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But that was really funny. And this man, we both were like, oh, he's gonna change. You know, like when we see him next, can't wait to see what he looks like. He literally wore the hospital gown.
Those producers
naked.
were like, you keep it on.
Let's be honest, he definitely had underwear on. Okay, they're not gonna let him sit on things, but they just made it look like he didn't. But they all acted like he didn't. I don't know, maybe he didn't.
I don't know.
Ooh. I saw that couch. But yeah, so that was
Trooper.
Cute. Jonathan, he committed. He did finally unveil his beautiful face during the cocktail hour when he got to chat with Jen independently. Yeah. And then he came out and, like, all the guys were like, damn it, he's cute.
They're like, guys.
He's cute. Like, he's cute like Jen. Like, they are cute as a button, both of them. And I think they would be cute together.
Cute as a button. I like that.
So, yeah. That's how I feel about her. She's so cute.
She is really cute and beautiful. So cute. She's but yeah, I do think he'll be around for a while. Mm-hmm. And I did not love that it was open in the back. I would have preferred underwear or boxers, honestly. But like I said, I think he will be around. But literally. But he was on my. So guys, I'm going to be honest. I had an extended list of 13 men out of 25. But these weren't all my tops. These were just like when I was literally going through the original list. I was like, him, have a good feeling about him, and then I went down and I narrowed it down. Mm-hmm. So I'm narrowed down, but he was on my list. It's not in
order. It's
not at all. But it's like asterisks and squiggly lines.
She's got a system.
Yeah. But he is on my list of ones that maybe like top 7.
Oh, okay. So my method, I just wrote down anyone I thought was interesting. I think I only put down like 9 people. And again, just whatever I thought was interesting. Next to Brett, I wrote, Brett is the bear.
Oh, Brett went home.
He's our bear.
Yeah.
He's gone. Not surprised again. Mm-hmm. But it's
Body
okay.
diversity, guys.
It's all right. It's about Jen now. We can't control how she feels.
Yeah, maybe they get more
people. We can only control, or we can only give, feedback to ABC for the diversity that they present to her. We cannot judge her for who she likes, Right. So it's okay she didn't like Brett, the bear. Mm-hmm. But anyway, so what I had like maybe 9 guys, and then I just wrote my top 5, which I actually only wrote 4 names. So I guess it's my top 4.
We'll go through that.
We'll talk about that at the end. And I actually did take off 2 at some point because they left. So in my defense, maybe it was the top 6. I don't even know.
That's still good though. I think top 7, top 6 is good.
Top 6, and then now it's narrowed down to 4 because people are dropping like flies already.
Guys. So it's a different thing that also happened in the mansion this time is that they played a game, Truth or Dare.
They did.
And that was awesome. And you had mentioned this in a previous episode of ours, that it would be nice if there was like some other stuff going on where it's not just sitting around and talking. Because guys, that's boring.
Or like pool party and then everybody just talks about one altercation that one girl or guy had a week ago. Like,
I'm okay. We don't need that.
#Maria and Medina. And
Sydney. Right? See, we've already gone on to the next season, guys. Hey, there's a lot of names. Sorry, Sydney. There's a lot of names going on, guys. But see, that's why also this drama is usually not important after the fact. But yeah, so we played Truth and Dare. So we had Austin, who's the guy with like the mullet, right? The mullet, who ran through naked. He had to streak. And then was it Mose who answered the question about have you ever ghosted anyone? And he was like,
he goes all the time.
All the time. I was like, whoa, Mose.
Not even a pause.
Why would you say that?
Red flag.
Dude, and he was so nice, and he was an algebra teacher, and usually men that are teachers, not always.
He was on my top 5 originally.
He's a good-looking guy, and he dresses well.
Algebra teacher.
He's good with kids.
But I think but that is why I do respect Jen, because she heard that. And again, it could be something else.
Yeah.
But if I were her and I heard that, I'd be like, red flag. I'm not going to even.
Yeah.
Obviously, he can't ghost her in The Bachelorette.
Yeah, but still, don't ghost. That says a lot about who you are.
But like the biggest fear that I would have in any, like if I were on a reality dating show, and this happens a lot. It happened a lot in The Perfect Match, which just aired on Netflix. It happened a lot, pretty much. All the couples. Spoiler, sorry. I mean, not really all the couples, but look it up. Anyways, a lot of this happens where production ends, and guess what? The couples are no more. Yeah. And that is the really harsh and sad reality of reality dating, because it's not just love that you get at the end. It is also possible fame, you know? So if these people are not there for the right reasons, like ghosting happens. So I think for her, she's just really like, no, I'm not playing, you know? So I respect her a lot for getting rid of Mose, because that is a huge red flag.
Yeah. So. Sorry, Mose. You may be a really great person. I liked him too, but unfortunately, you got don't say the. And if you, but actually, it's nice that he was honest, which is actually really great. You're honest, Mose, and I'm glad you're honest. Keep it up. But yeah, it was just really cool seeing that. Oh, and then there was Thomas, and he said something really cute. It was something like, "What would you want if you were Jen? What would you say, or act like Jen, or something?" This was so good. And he's like, "Thomas Ann, will you like?" Take this rose or accept this rose. I'm sorry, I totally forgot the words, guys. Take this rose. And it was such a perfect thing to say because
it was cute. It's like, that's safe. What Jen will do.
Exactly. And it's like it's like positive, like manifestation. Manifesting. Yeah. So good job, Thomas N. And we'll talk more about him later because I really like him.
Do want to mention about Thomas N. Maybe this is what you're going to say. I don't know. But I just love that he had a pun. So this was his intro. I loved his pun. Because, I mean, I have subtitles on. Come on.
Come on, guys.
I read more than I listen. Anyways.
I mean, it's easier because sometimes people don't speak clearly and the audio doesn't pick up, so we have to see
what happened, you know? So, like, I have subtitles pretty much all the time. And what I noticed is, so he had a pun. He said, oh, like, this is going to be a win-win situation because his last name is Nguyen. And it's spelled Nguyen. And I feel like this is one Vietnamese surname that people never get right. I have a friend with this last name, and I remember she was just like, oh my gosh, like literally it drives me crazy. And like it's Win, that's how you pronounce that. So like a win-win situation, that's just like genius. I thought that was really cute. So and they spelled it win-win. I was like, thank you for spelling it, because they wrote it as like, you know, the actual spelling, and then win-win. So whatever. That's just me being like, yes, like, you know, crossing the bridge between cultural, you know, differences. It's like, okay, in English you spell it this way, but you pronounce it this way. And a lot of English speakers don't know that. So that was good. That was the win.
That was really good. Thank you for pointing that out, because that was really great. And I did like what he did with that. And
whoever wrote the subtitles.
Yeah, right. You did a good job. Those doing the captions. Good job.
Yes, good job.
But yeah, so and I'll talk more about him later though, but I really like him. He's in my top 4 guys.
I like him too.
Yeah, he's in our top, both of
I feel like we have very similar top 4. We're learning each other. We're getting better at this because we literally have very similar ones.
Yes, and I think we're going to be so right with a lot of our people towards the end, guys.
So.
Just like last season. Just saying. So the game is played and everything, but then we get into the cocktail hour and her one-on-one time. And who is the first one who pulls her aside?
He pulls her, Sam M. We haven't even talked about him that much, guys. That's because he's just so obvious. Like, he's just doing great.
It's obvious.
He had a bio. He was like talking, what is it called again? I always forget when they talk to the cameras.
The ITMs?
The ITM. What, in the moment?
Yeah, in the moment.
In the moments, with the producers, with the TV. He was talking so much, and then he pulls her. That's a man. He knows what he wants. He's pulling her. They have an amazing conversation, and then what happens in the end? You can tell they want to kiss.
They're
looking at each other. There's
just a little cheek, little
vibes. And he kisses her on the cheek. And I was like, classy. I was like, thank you, Sam M. Because it is so basic for the first person to get that first kiss. And it's just kind of like robbing everybody from that chance. But I like that he was just like, kiss on the cheek. Like, you know, I'm here for you. I care about you.
Yeah.
And boy, did that stick with her.
Yeah, because as you guys know, it got spicy later.
It got feral.
Her words. Feral. So I think we know what that means.
All right.
But we'll get to that.
Yeah, you can tell that she was like, okay. But, you know, as a gentleman.
Yes.
Jenn-tleman, as Sam N joked, which again, I thought it was funny. I like the puns. They're trying.
They're smart. They're good. They're clever. That's the word I'm looking for. Clever.
So anyways, he you know, talked to her and moved on. And then she talked to other guys. Anyway,
Thomas N. She talked to
Thomas N. That was a really great conversation.
Yeah.
Devin came out having a great conversation with her.
She likes him.
She liked him.
She
likes
him.
I didn't. He wasn't really on my radar at first. But you know, looking at the previews for coming episodes, it looks like he goes pretty far.
Yeah,
like at least she wants to explore him a lot. So, great job, Devin.
He's on my list, guys, but I didn't really know why. I just kind of felt like he needs to be on there. I just had a feeling. So, who knows what's going to happen? But for me, he's in the top 6. I don't know if I want to put him top 4 yet, but he's top 6 for me. I have 2 people that are top 2, and then I have another person that's in the top 4, and then my 4th spot, I'm still figuring that out, guys.
I did not even put him on my top 9, so I was not thinking Devin. But now I see it.
She said he reminds her of people.
But I still don't think he's the top 3.
I don't think top 3. I don't think top 3.
I don't think so.
But I think he goes a long ways, and I do.
But she definitely likes him, so go Devin.
And maybe they do the one-on-one and it doesn't work out. I don't know, but he gets far enough to do a one-on-one.
Yeah. Another person she spoke with was Aaron Erb, Noah's brother.
Right.
And he was all, my brother was on like some Bachelorette, I don't know,
She's like, who?
She's like, who? He's like, no. She's like, oh, like Abigail. So like, you know, he had to name drop his brother. And they're fraternal twins. They do not look identical, but they're fraternal. And, you know, I told her right now, I was like, I'm getting a little bit of Bachelorette vibes. I could see him being the Bachelor because he's like already engrossed in the culture of it and stuff.
He's not going to be the one at the end.
Yeah, I don't see it.
I don't see it. But yeah, he's type of bachelor that they would choose. Honestly, past bachelors, he's the type for sure. They gave him a bio, and I don't think it's just because he is Noah's brother. They gave him a bio. He got plenty of time with her. She said that she likes him. So I think that he is definitely going to be around for a while, definitely long enough to be a bachelor if they choose him next.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And she talked to Jonathan, of course. That's when he unveiled his face. And she really liked him. She liked how he looked.
Yeah.
And she kind of did like the fact that he kind of didn't want to show her what he looked like right away. So I think she respected that.
Like, okay, who are you?
Yeah.
Intrigue, you know.
So I'm trying to think of anyone else that stood out, but I want to get into our top 4 too.
Okay.
Oh, can we also say I didn't see a lot of Jesse. I feel like I saw less of Jesse than I normally do. Did you feel that or not?
Yeah, there weren't a lot of like fun quips with him. He didn't really talk to the guys that much.
No. He has a newborn though, so maybe he's just like, I'm in.
Remember at the golden wedding, he was like, my baby's being born. Bye.
Gotta go. So that was interesting. But anyone else that stood out before we get into our top people?
We've got another vote for Brian. I think people are really thinking that Brian is the villain.
Brian's the villain.
Yeah.
He's the villain. Makes sense.
Okay, I'm done talking about the cocktail. I mean, was there anyone else you want to mention?
No, it's the cocktail hour. The more fun part is later on in the series.
I will say, there wasn't really much stealing of each other.
No.
It was really just
they
Jeremy
didn't show
and
it,
Brian.
at least.
There wasn't that person where it's like, they already talked to her. You know, there wasn't a lot of that. There wasn't catty drama. I think all the guys were just like, what does that guy in the face wrap in the hospital gown look like?
I know.
I think that's more the question.
Which makes sense.
And then, so it was a pretty low-key, pretty chill date. All right, and then we get the first impression rose. Oh. So we've already alluded to it.
Who is that?
Sam M. And I have to say, what did I write about him? I said, Sam M, I don't know, seems her type. He's a contractor with tats and hates cheating. I felt immediately that she would like him. Yeah. He's my number one. Yeah. I think that is. After last night, he's her first impression. Yeah. Come on, guys.
Yeah. I'm right there with you.
What is the data? I mean, it's high accuracy that the number one is the first impression, especially with the Bachelorettes. Yes. I think not with the Bachelor as much.
Yeah. I think women are a little...
it's that spark. You can tell.
And they go with their feeling and they can tell right away. Not always, but a lot of the time. I agree with you. Sam M for me is now at the top. He's top two.
Top two.
It was just like, they showed his bio, guys. He also they released his bio before the season started on Instagram. So we saw it before then too.
Although no one was pushed down our throats like Daisy was.
Oh yeah, everyone pushed Daisy down our throats. We love you, Daisy.
Yeah.
But they pushed you, girl.
She was like an outlier. Anyways, continue.
But so Sam we saw his bio. We could tell she really liked him. He got the first impression rose. He got a lot of time with her. The producers made sure he got to take her first for a one-on-one, because the producers have a say in who speaks to her, guys. Let's remember that. They have a say in it. So they also do it with people who they think the person will like and who they think the audience will like. Because this is a TV show and they have to know who their next lead is, right?
I can say, I don't think Sam M is lead material.
No.
All those tattoos. I just feel like Bachelor's a little more clean cut than that. Not clean cut, but like more
clean cut.
They always
are clean cut.
Even though it's 2024, tattoos, in my opinion, are fine. I don't think they're not clean cut. I just think like ABC would think they're not.
Joey has tattoos though, but he's Joey. It's Joey. It's Joey.
Little baby.
We love Joey.
Sorry, I love you, Joey.
You're not a baby, Joey. You're 29.
Yeah.
You're a man. But you're Joey. Come on.
You're Joey.
He's not Joey.
Yeah.
Okay?
He's not.
So, and not like in a bad way.
But he is like...
He's himself.
Yeah.
He's a construction worker with tats.
She likes him, you know?
Yeah.
And guys, so when she gave him that rose...
it got feral.
She kissed him and it got feral. They were making out horizontal.
Yeah, she was leaning back. They were
like, is it over? Is it over?
Yeah, I was like, okay, are we still showing this?
Somebody posted, I don't remember who, I'm sorry, but one of our other podcasters in the game, they posted, and they were like, so, who's the second Bachelorette that's going to come in once Jen pulls a Claire and takes Sam? What fun would that be? I don't think that happens because they show the whole rigmarole of her, like, putting the rose down. I feel like, I don't remember what happened with Claire, but it was COVID time, so, like, they probably didn't show very much of that. And they didn't do the whole ominous intro and stuff back then, so... I think I should rewatch her season.
It's on Amazon. So you have to pay for it.
Really? Oh.
I tried watching it, but I get to pay for it. I made episode by episode so I could see Tayshia too, because I missed Tayshia's season. Because, Tayshia came in the middle after like 4 episodes of Claire.
Yeah.
Yes. But I'm sorry. Let's can we just put it on Hulu for free? Well, not free, if you pay for Hulu, which we do. So. But yeah, that's funny you say that, because I didn't even think of that.
Someone else said it. I didn't really say it, but I literally had that thought being is it over?
Makes sense. I'm glad you brought it up. So she's definitely not done with it because this is Jen. I feel like she's going to be methodical in many ways. She's a physician. Well, she's going to be a physician's assistant. This woman is logical too. Yeah, she's going to ride it out and see. But Sam M stands out 100%, and we can see in the trailer he is there, guys. He is there for a long time, and they get deep. Okay, because just based on what we see, the imagery, okay, the scenes that we see. So he definitely is there for a long time. So I guess, can we just get into our top 4?
Yeah, let's get into it. I mean, really, the first impression, Rose, was of note.
Yes.
But now we can talk about our top 4. Yeah. We can talk about who goes home, but
top 4.
We talked about who goes home.
Let's not drag that. So top 4. We both agree on Sam M.
Sam M.
We
and
both
Thomas
agree.
N.
Thomas N.
Those are our mutual ones.
I just have a feeling, Thomas N. Not only do I like you, Thomas N., I think you're fantastic.
Yeah.
I love how clever you are. You're a former swimmer. I'm not going to be all whatever, but my husband was a swimmer. But that is not why I like you.
I just like his look, too. He's so,
he has a great
clean cut.
He's so cute. He's so cute. I do love his clean cut.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what...
He would be a Bachelor, material, but I don't think they're going to do two leads in a row.
You know why we're saying this, Bachelor. You know. Anyways. But, yes, he's clean cut. He seems like a nice guy, genuine. He wants to find a woman who he can have a beautiful relationship with, like his parents. He happens to be Vietnamese American as well. And he just, can we quickly, guys, before we continue?
Need to talk about
We need to talk about this.
So he is the only Asian man.
Visibly Eastern Asian man in this cast.
In the entire cast. And Jen actually speaks on this. She spoke on this, and she said, I was surprised there weren't more Asian men. And we now are, at first, again, we talked about this in our, there aren't a lot of Asian guys, but we are thinking maybe that's just not her taste. We know she likes Joey. Maybe she likes white guys. But still. Who knows? We know that they do tell them their taste. But when we hear she is attracted to Asian men, and there's one.
Yeah. So,
come on.
Not only is this woman
bad
Vietnamese American. Hello. Not only is she that, but she's attracted to them, but they should have men in there from different backgrounds regardless, more than one, which is almost like saying, I don't want to say it, but when you have one of one type of person in the cast, like they used to a lot with black people, African Americans and black people. But not only that, but she also said, she's attracted to Asian men, and she's a lead that happens to be Asian.
And I'm sorry, her mom speaks predominantly Vietnamese.
Yes.
She speaks Vietnamese that is part of why I do like Thomas N for her, because who doesn't want to bring home someone who speaks the language of their family? They can teach their children Vietnamese or whatever. But, it's just, there should be more than one option.
It's weird.
I
don't get it.
And, again, I didn't really care about it that much because it's okay, well, maybe she didn't want that. We have to respect her choice and her taste. But they still need to. But, she is attracted to Asian men. Anyways, so that was something we were just surprised about.
I know we can't have 10 million people, but let's be honest, we have 30-something women for The Bachelor, all the time, and we give The Bachelorettes 25 men. Yeah. So maybe in that gap of 5 to 7 more people, throw in more diversity. It doesn't hurt. Why not?
It doesn't hurt. And the only other diverse person they really had was Brett, because he's,
body diversity. Yeah. And they have
Iranian,
which I
love, but he's gone the first day.
Sam N is Iranian. His background is Iranian.
That's true.
So, and then we have black guys in there. We have African. We have African American. We see who I believe mixed race. We do see different people, but there's obviously an elephant in the room, which they need to do better. And the showrunners, one of them did in the LA Times article did say that we should have done better with that for her season. Yeah. So anyways, back to Thomas N. He's great. Love him.
But we do love him, separate from just his nationality.
Separate from, we it's
really
not because of that.
Him for her.
Yes.
They vibed so well.
I have a good feeling about him. So I just feel like those are our two that we share, right?
Yeah.
And then after that, like, who's your next?
So I really think Spencer. So Spencer was the one. So we haven't really talked about him that much. He didn't bring in the puppies, but he's a pet photographer. She loves animals, and they had really cute vibes. He's cute. I just feel like he's good. What else did I write? I said pet portraits photographer. Come on.
Aww.
What else do I have to say? Spencer. He's sweet. And then I also put Marcus. So again, he was the first that came out. He was an Army Ranger. Like, he just seems like such a man, like a sweet guy who just wants to find a life partner. That was his top, he has top 3 goals in life. Work, serve his country, go to space, and find his life partner. I don't think space is quite on the docket right now, but he is working on that life partner one. Although I would be asking if I were her, like, are you really going to go to space? I don't know if I would want to be with somebody who went to space. Sorry.
Wait, how old is he? Is he in his early 30s?
I think he's 31.
So, like, generally, though, with NASA, they pick people who are older, of course.
Look it up.
But it's like a process. It's like 9 to 10 years that you go through, like, the whole process of trying to become an astronaut. So, that's all I'll say about that, because that's all I really know about it.
31. I was right for once. 31. Yeah, that's a good point.
Maturity, though.
He's geriatric astronaut.
Isn't that messed up, guys? But that would explain the maturity too, his age.
Yeah. And he served his country. Yes. So I think that's really awesome. Like, they both worked in that, like, not servitude, but, like, service industry. Yeah. She would work in the medical field. Yeah. Like, he's done that. Like, that's amazing. Although it's cute because he's, like, literally jumping out of planes for his job as an Army Ranger. And she's like, I'm afraid of heights, but I like rock climbing. And so that's kind of cute.
She's adventurous.
So those are my top 4. I don't really have anyone else.
So I have Dylan and part of my top 4. So we already talked about Sam M and Thomas N. I have Dylan in there. Dylan to me is like a sleeper because we saw his bio. She seems to like him. I think she also likes the fact that he's in the medical field too. He's a medical student, guys. But he is younger by 2 years. But he seems really mature. Is he
the mullet guy?
No. He is African American.
Okay, sorry. I'm over here like, who was he? Oh, yeah, wait, I really liked him.
I like him a lot. I like him a lot. So I feel like he'll be there for a while. And then my 4th person, I need to, like, pick someone, guys. So I'm just going to say... I don't know.
So you have 4 too. We have top 4. That's okay.
But I didn't have a 4th. I have 3.
Oh, you have only 3.
I have 3. I can't think. Spencer is a good one. He's on my list, guys. But then it's like I also have John M and Jonathan J. Jonathan, the medical gown guy.
I feel like they are just so cute together. I could see him going far, but I just for some reason feel like she wants, I don't know,
something else.
I just feel like it's Sam M.
Sam M. Really? It's Sam. Sam M is there, guys. He's at the end.
Yeah.
Does she leave with him? I don't know. But he's definitely at the end, in our opinion. So we're just going to go with that, and we'll see, guys. You'll see at the end of the season. This season's going to go into August for sure because we're starting July 8th, and generally the Bachelorette seasons seem to be shorter. It may not be. Maybe they're doing something different because they are going to Australia right away, and usually they never do that.
That is crazy.
That's the first time.
You won't be here in the mansion tomorrow.
Yeah.
You're like, what?
First time for everything.
You're going to Melbourne.
Yes.
Australia.
You love Australia. We know, guys, if you've listened to us, you know.
And if you don't, listen to our Married at First Sight Australia profile.
Check it out on Apple, Patreon, YouTube. It's there. It's all there.
If you're looking for an international show to watch.
It's a good show.
You have a lot of time on your hands.
It's a good show.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
But last night when Bachelorette was over, we were like, so what should we do? You want to watch Married at First Sight?
It was so late though, guys.
It was too late.
And honestly, guys, I'm the one on the West Coast. I'm here, like, visiting. And I feel like I'm 3 hours behind, but I'm not. I'm also tired. So I don't even know. What day is it? I don't know. I'm just kidding. But yeah, so what else do we want to say? We're excited for this. I also, for myself, like, I am super excited for this season. I really love Jen as the Bachelorette. I'm glad we finally see an Asian Bachelorette. I hope she's not the first of none, no more.
Yeah.
I hope that we have multiple people from different backgrounds from now on, and not just like Eastern Asian, we see Southwestern Asian, we see, different
Latina,
people, body diversity, Latina, body diversity, different religions, like we're saying, Muslim, like sexuality. We need to start seeing different people that reflect the United States because we're all so very different. And I find more interest in seeing that than I do in seeing the same people every single time finding love, because those are not the only people that find love.
Yeah.
So I want to see it. I want to see what reflects my experience dating before my husband. I want to see people I've seen people that look like me, but even then people are like, well, there's been so many black people. Yeah, but when you think about it, it's been 22 years and we have had Rachel, we've had Tasia, Michelle, Matt, and Charity. 5.
Yeah.
Out of how many? We're on the 21st season of The Bachelorette and 29th season coming up for The Bachelor. So you tell me. We need to do better all around for everyone. And I want to see that so that I'm more interested. Because otherwise, I'm going to dip out at some point again like I did before.
Yeah.
Because I'm feeling like, I don't have interest in this. This is like me growing up and watching TV. I'm like,
Yeah. But that's why, again, watching Jen's season, we're just hoping they prove us wrong. That
do justice to her.
They're doing what we all hope they'll do to move forward and not stay in the past.
Her story needs to be told, like we were saying, and you were saying, let's do justice and let's see her for who she is, and let's celebrate it, let's respect it, and let's not screw it like poor Matt James' season.
Yeah.
I think we know what we're talking about with that, guys. Okay? Yeah. So, I've been drinking wine. So, I get more candid.
I love it. Okay, so is there anything else? I mean, okay, so now pretty much we're done talking about, she gives out the roses. Yeah. We've already talked about some people who've left.
Yeah.
She keeps all the people that we've talked about.
Yeah.
Also.
Pretty much, guys.
Yeah. Dakota, I was surprised. Oh, Mose is out. Dakota's out. Brett is out.
Those were the surprises, right?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
But moving forward with the season, we mentioned they're going to Australia, but also there is a crazy twist at some point where one of her exes comes and flies all the way here, wherever they are.
Maybe California.
To try and bring her back.
Yes.
Yeah, and I just don't know who it is because, on the Call Her Daddy podcast, she did mention one ex came out of the woodworks, and it was just kind of a guy she friend zoned. It didn't seem that big of a deal. But then another one, which is her big ex, toxic ex, who I think she was the other woman for?
Something like that. Yeah. Was that the one where she was saying he had a girlfriend he was living with, and then he kept kind of just leading her on,
boss, her manager. So it was really icky.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see if it's that guy, but if not, I mean, I'm just, who is it? It'll be interesting to find out who it is.
Yeah.
So those are things that we're looking forward to. Again, we have that ominous open. So what happens in the end, we don't know, but we're excited. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a fun season. She says that it's very fun season. What did she say about it? That there's lots of surprises.
Yeah, I think so. And that it's adventurous, dramatic, and there was another word she used. I can't remember, guys. It was an interview.
Was it ferocious?
Was that it? I think it was.
Maybe.
I think it was.
She said it a lot. I don't remember.
I love her words, guys. Feral. Ferocious. You get it with
Sam M. She's I want a reckless love, and I was that doesn't seem like something I would want. But all right. Go off, girl.
Well, he rode a motorcycle coming in, right? That was
Sam
his intro? Yeah.
I don't remember.
Someone had a motorcycle. I can't remember.
Probably.
So there's the reckless. No, not that you're reckless if you ride a motorcycle. No, that's not what I'm saying. But obviously you have a sense of adventure and you're open.
Daredevil.
To getting out there. So feral. Woo. Reckless.
Not what I want, but I guess she wants that. But whatever.
Hey, girl, you do you.
Yeah. But anyways, I think that's everything for our recap. So thanks for joining us, guys. We'll be together again next week, too. Yay.
Get excited.
Then after that, you'll see 2 screens.
Back to the coast.
But all right, thanks for joining us. And if there's anything we, I mean, miss, sure, but like if there's anything that you want to share, send it to us. If you have your own predictions or any intel, let us know. Yeah. We're very excited. Yeah. And we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.